What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am MLB Chatterbox. My name is Christian Corey. Finally, I got around to this video. I'm sorry that I'm late on this one, but I will be rounding out my predictions by going over the American League West Division. That will wrap up the series of giving you my predictions for the full 2021 MLB slate. We went over each division, and today we will finish it off with the AL West. So let's get right into it. So rounding out the AL West, not a surprise here, I got the Texas Rangers going 64-98, just about losing 100 games here in 2021, even though they will have the largest crowd capacity, at least for the start of the season. I mean, they opened up opening day with 100% capacity. I know they reduced it after opening day, but again, a lot more than the rest of the 28 teams, not counting the Astros. But overall, the advantage for the Rangers stops when it comes to fans, because their team is not good. I mean, the rotation is meh. It's not even worth mentioning. Mike Fultonevich got lit up on opening day. They got Dan Dunning back from the White Sox in the Lance Lynn trade. So, I mean, that's a positive. But other than that, their rotation is not good. You know that. I mean, their bullpen is not even worth mentioning. They don't even have anybody listed as their closer in a formal matter, so their bullpen isn't great. Nate Lowe is your first baseman. Brock Holt is at third, along with Charlie Culberson. They'll be platooning it over at third. David Dahl in left. They got some pop over there in left field. But again, most of these guys, aside from Joey Gallo, are really guys that would be platoon players on a team like the Braves, the Yankees, the Dodgers. Heck, half of these guys wouldn't even be in the Dodgers AAA or AA system, honestly, to be quite fair. I mean, you got Chris Davis. He came over from Oakland in the Elvis Andrus trade. He's on the 10-day IL. Next, in fourth place, I got the Seattle Mariners, 70-92. Them and the Rangers are just about the same. I mean, honestly, you could flip-flop them. Not a lot of games separate them when it comes to the standings of the Mariners being in fourth and the Rangers being in fifth. I mean, I have more confidence probably in the Rangers doing, better and ending up, in a better position when it comes to the standings this year, just because of the fans and that the fact they will have fans. So I could see the Rangers have a hot month here or there and end the season, in fourth place ahead of the Mariners. But as of now, I got the Mariners just based off of the roster. The rotation isn't great, similar to the Rangers. James Paxton's on the 10-day IL DL. He was a big acquisition for them, the Big Maple coming back. Kikuchi, you got him in the rotation. Justice Sheffield, he's in the rotation as well. The rotation isn't great. A lot of inexperienced individuals other than James Paxton and Kikuchi, you could argue, to a degree. Their bullpen isn't great. Rafael Montero is listed as their closer. Ken Giles, who they got, who I thought was a great pickup for him, is now on the 60-day DLIL. He's out for basically, I think, the season, I would assume. At this point, if you're a team like the Mariners, why stretch it? Why push it when it comes to him coming back? I mean, he's probably out for the whole season. I mean, you signed him to a 2-year deal. You knew that coming in. I mean, third base, Kyle Seager's overrated. I've been telling you guys this for a while now. I mentioned it in a previous video. I do not like Kyle Seager. He's terribly overrated. Left field, you got Taylor Trammell. He's looking pretty good. Hopefully, he can have a big season here. He's only 23 years old. Obviously, you have the reigning Rookie of the Year in the AL and Kyle Lewis. He is hurt. That is not good. But hey, you still got him. Hopefully he can come back from his injury. You got Mitch Haniger over in right. He has a solid bat. Last season, Mitch Haniger was hurt in 2019. He hit 15 home runs and 32 RBIs. In 18, he had 26 home runs. 93 RBIs. You're really hoping for him to come back to his 2018 form. If you're the Mariners, maybe you could flip him. You never know, to a contending team. That's just me. So obviously the Mariners aren't great, and that's why I got them in 4th place at only 70 wins. Then over in 3rd place, I have the Los Angeles Angels. And I know they've improved. I understand that. They have the best player in the world in Mike Trout. They have the best two-way player in the world in Shohei Ohtani, a pitcher and a hitter. But, I mean, I just honestly don't have confidence in the Angels, because no matter who they throw out there as a manager, whether it was Sosha, Osmus, or Joe Madden, they just haven't gotten it done. These past couple of years, they've only been to one playoff series with Mike Trout. Mike Trout's only made one playoff appearance in his whole career. The guy's almost 30 years old. He's 29, but I mean, he's a stud. We all know that. I mean, if you look at the rotation's terrible. They never really address that rotation. I know they got Alex Cobb, but please, come on. Cobb ain't going to do nothing. I'm sorry. They swung and missed again. They did not get Trevor Bauer. That was a big swing and miss for him. They did not get Garrett Cole past couple of years. That's not good for the Angels. So they swung and missed on really making a big splash when it comes to the starting rotation, but every year they add a bat for God knows why. They added Dexter Fowler this season from the Cardinals. So, I mean, that was really a head-scratcher for me. I don't know why you got to keep him and get him over when you have bigger problems and bigger fish to fry in the rotation. But the rotation as it sits now, Dylan Bundy, Andrew Heaney, Jose Quintana, which isn't terrible. He could be really good. You never know. I mean, Quintana is 32 years old. You got Shohei Ohtani in that rotation. He throws 101 miles an hour. He has great stuff. He is your number one. I mean, you got Alex Cobb coming over from Baltimore, like I said. Cobb last season had a 4.30 ERA in 2020. Really inconsistent pitcher. His last great year was 2017 when he was 12-10 with a 3.66 ERA when he pitched 180 innings. Basically, so that's the last time he was relevant, I would say. The bullpen is okay. You have Rafael Iglesias listed as your closer. You got him from Cincinnati. I thought that was a good pickup. You need somebody to be a shutdown closer. I mean, is he shut down? But I mean, he was good last year in Cincinnati, and he's been good for his career. So you're hoping good things can come out of Rafael Iglesias, because you need a good closer, a guy who can come in and shut down the games when you're in a winning position. That's always a big thing. Steve Cishek is in that bullpen as well. Underrated, I think. Honestly, that bullpen isn't bad. It just all has to mesh with them. Hopefully, Rafael Iglesias can be that difference maker in that bullpen when it comes to shutting down games. Catchers, you got Max Stassi and Kurt Suzuki. You flip-flop those guys. I mean, two great backstops there. I'm glad they picked up Kurt Suzuki. I think an underrated move that went really under the radar when it comes to their acquisitions this offseason. Anthony Rendon needs to have a good season. He was not good last year, but I'm discounting it based off the fact it was 60 games. I'm not going to look at that. Let's just hope he does really good here in a full 162 slate. Jose Iglesias is a shortstop. He's a wizard out there. I mean, if he could really have his bat heat up in some way, shape, or form. I always thought he could be a good hitter, but God, is he a sexy fielder and a sexy shortstop over there, in the middle infield. I mean, he has a great glove. You all know that. He's like an Ozzie Smith, but God, if his bat can light up just a little bit, just be a singles, doubles guy, I mean, he'd be one of the best shortstops in the league. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Justin Upton is overrated. I mean, he hits some bombs here and there. The guys freak out when he hits a home run, but this guy is not great. He strikes out too much. He's basically like having a younger version of Albert Pujols in that lineup. I mean, he's got some power, but it only shows up at rare occasions. Mike Trout, the best player in the world. What else do I need to say? And again, Albert Pujols is trying to define Father Time over there at first base. Pujols has not been good. Last time he hit 40 home runs with 2015. Yes, he's hit 23 back in 19, but that's good, but that's not Albert Pujols good. I mean, in St. Louis, he was consistently hitting over 30 through basically 2012 all the way through his rookie season in 2001. So, I mean, he was eclipsing 30 easily, and that's what the Angels need him to be. I know it's a lot to ask from a guy like this who is, 41, but I mean, God, he's on a big contract. It hasn't worked out great if you're the Angels, but overall, the reason why I got the Angels in third is because I have trust in the manager. Their offense isn't terrible. They got the best player in the world, but that rotation is just not good. Even if they make the playoffs some way and somehow, I don't see them going deep just because of the rotation. I mean, unless they pick up somebody at the deadline who's worth mentioning, I don't see the Angels doing anything this year. I got them right in the slap dab middle of this division in third place. In second place, I got the Athletics at 86 and 76. Now, I got respect for the A's. They're not the Astros, but I got respect for them. I mean, the rotation isn't great. It's good. It's not great. They got Mike Fiers at the top of the rotation. I mean, Mike Fiers is good. He's on the 10-day IL. That's the bad thing. The rotation isn't terrible. I mean, Bassett, Luzardo, Irvin, Manaea needs to step it up. Montas, I mean, their rotation is sneaky good. It just has to fall the A's way. And I know they, started off the season winless against the home series against the Astros. I understand that. I know they're not good as of now, but hey, wait until, May and June roll around when we're all counting them out. And then the minute the calendar turns to July, they'll light it up. And then once August hits, they'll get on that hot streak in the dog days, and we'll be talking about it, that they're going to compete for a wild card, possibly division title here in 2021, because they're good. I mean, their bullpen is pretty good as well. We got Romo. Trevor Rosenthal is on the 60-day ILDL. I mean, what happened to A.J. Puck? Is he hurt? I don't remember. Comment down below what happened to A.J. Puck. I haven't been up to date with the A's situations. I just remember him. He was great. I think he's a lefty, right? Side armor. God, is he good? He reminds me of a Josh Hader. Catchers, Sean Ryan Murphy, underrated bat. First base, Matt Olson, Mark Canha. I mean, they got some great offensive pieces. Jed Lowry, I think he'll do good coming back to Oakland this season. You got Matt Chapman, who has a great stick as well. Elvis Andrus, got him over from Texas. A good pickup, I think, was a sneaky pickup for the A's to replace Simeon when he signed that big contract in Toronto. That's a good pickup for him. That's an underrated move. That's a total A's move in my mind. He could do really good things. He's not going to be here for long, but if he can do good this season and help the A's get into the playoffs again, that will be a big bonus for him and a really big positive when it comes to an addition this offseason. You have Ramon Laureano. He has a cannon for an arm. His bat plays as well. Don't sleep on the stick. So the A's, I just have confidence in them doing what the A's do in the later part of the season, and them somehow getting really close to first place, maybe, winning that division, but at least making the playoffs somehow, some way via the wild card here in 2021. In first place, I have the Astros at 92 and 70, and as much as I want to discredit the Astros and watch them suffer, they're a damn good team. I mean, the rotation isn't terrible. I mean, I know Justin Verlander's out, and Framber Valdez is out on a 10-day ILer, but Zach Greinke, Christian Javier, he's pitching tonight against the A's at home for their home opener. Lance McCullers Jr., he can have a bounce-back season. Jose Urquidy, he was great in the playoffs. God, I love Urquidy. You have Luis Garcia, he's not bad. I mean, Jake Odorizzi's in the minors, which I don't know why. Bullpen is okay. Ryan Presley as their closer. The offense is obviously amazing for the Astros team. Catchers, Martin Maldonado, Gurriel, Altuve, Bregman, Correa, Brantley. I mean, the offense is where it's at. Don't sleep on Kyle Tucker. And Yordan Alvarez, don't sleep on him. He was out last season, 2019, Rookie of the Year in the American League. I mean, just showed up on the World Series in a big way in a World Series loss for the Astros against the Nationals back in 19. But they have a stellar offense, and if Greinke and McCullers can have really good seasons, they can win that division, honestly, pretty easily. So that's why I got the Astros in first place, out of respect just for that offense. I know they cheated, but the offense is still good. Any way you slice and dice it, it's still good. And they have a pretty good manager in Dusty Baker as well. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on my predictions for the AL West. Hope you enjoy, and I will catch you later.